Hello everybody and welcome back to EterniTea Gaming. We're picking up with The Last Door Season 2 today. I said a little while ago, I think back in December, that we were going to be doing this. Got a nice cup of kind of a watermelon-y kind of tea today. So let's just get right into it. New game. So as far as I know, there's 4 episodes in this as well. Okay, previously on The Last Door, Jeremiah Devitt, alerted by the suicide and mysterious letter of his friend Anthony Beechworth, went in search for the memories of his past that he had lost. Devitt discovered that in school he had taken part in a strange experiment. Its goal was to peek through the veil, the thin line between common reality and the world of horror and madness that lies beyond, under the watch of the Eye of the Bird, which we have learned is called the Simurgh. During his search, he was inoculated with the drug that they had used back then. The serum made Devitt's mind travel for a few hours to the dreamlike realm of the Veil. There he met his old classmate, Alexandra Dupre, who urged Devitt to join his cause and cross with him to the realm of the Bird. When Devitt woke from his trance, he found himself deeply convinced by his friend's words. He traveled to Dupre's house, where he discovered his friend had dosed himself with a new serum, leaving a catatonic body behind. This new drug was capable of transporting the mind permanently to the Veil and beyond. Oh, permanently. Found a vial of the serum and had injected it. Had it injected, he met his friend again in the Veil, and together they walked through the last door, entering a world forbidden to human eyes. Devitt's therapist, Dr. John Wakefield, worried by his patient's disappearance and strange visions, had sought the help of his colleague, Professor Johann Kaufmann, an expert in the occult. Searching Anthony Beechworth's house, Wakefield and Kaufman found a disturbing returned letter in which Anthony had tried to warn Alexander Dupre of what could happen if the door was open. He feared something from the other side might then come to ours. They're afraid that the bird's gonna come through. They are coming. Oh, this is sinister. None of us could prepare for this. Just gonna double check something real quick. Okay, wait, am I coming through? Yeah, I am. Okay, good. Everything is set up correctly. I just wanted to double check that because I've had that happen before. The visions screaming were merely a warning. And now it is too late. It's getting really dark in here. They are coming. What's coming? The game kitchen is apparently coming. Okay, we're just gonna skip past that. Okay, so who are we playing as? The last time I had the nightmare again, but this time it was different. This time he talked to me. Oh, I'm playing as Wakefield. Oh. I've never actually seen any of Season 2. I walked aimlessly as if I were lost. Oh. Then I could hear the broken tromping of the wet cobblestones, the familiar sound of approaching limping footsteps. Great. Oh, what the hell are you? You're like the Grudge with a crutch. Then as before, he stood in front of me, gazing relentlessly like he was expecting something. Do you want a coin? This time he spoke, give me back what he took, nothing else. Well, that was all a dream. Give me back what he took. So I guess we're playing as Wakefield this time. No, I've fallen asleep again. What time is it? Probably early morning, judging by the bird song. Dawn already. It is time. It is time for what? I have so many questions and so few answers. Oh, we're on a horse. It was several months since Kaufman and I had found that mysterious letter in Anthony Beechworth's house. A letter never sent with a cryptic warning of what would happen if a certain door were opened. It bore only the name of the addressee, Alexander Dupre. We felt sure Dupre was key to finding my patient and friend, Jeremiah Devitt, who had disappeared in such strange circumstances. Troubled by the death of his friend Anthony, Devitt had visited the school of his childhood and never been seen again. Kaufman soon conveyed to me his deep concerns and warned that I should conduct any investigations with the utmost discretion. He pursued his own research. though his thoughts and methods remained a secret. In his last letter, I missed that. No, that had been institutionalized there for many years. I was asked to confirm this hypothesis, and if it proved correct, to gather whatever other information might arise. Are we going back to the school? I feel like we might be going back to the school. Or we're just going to an insane asylum. Could happen. London. Oh, we're, like, traveling, like, across, like, the actual, like, city. Season 2, Episode 1, The Playwright. So this is the East Hill Lunatic Asylum. I hope I can find information on Alexander Dupre here. Hello, person. Thank you for the newspaper. Good morning. I would like to purchase a newspaper. Yes, sir, it's 6 pence. I'm afraid I don't have 6 pence. Can you make change for a shilling? I'm sorry I can't, sir, but you know where to find me when you have the coins. Can you tell me about this building? The asylum I've never been inside and hope I never will. It's full of crazies, you know? Have you seen anything unusual around here? No, but maybe if you bought a newspaper. Goodbye, boy. All right. Sea monster found in St. Ives. Oh, well, okay, let's head in. Okay, so what's over this way? Ooh, there's fancy transitions now. Fades in and out. A few cardboard sheets lie on the bench. Each shows a perfectly symmetric design in black ink. Good morning. Ah, yes, a lovely morning sunlight of a quite fascinating character. I beg your pardon? The light. It makes everything look different. You see, light touches things, soaks into them, and changes their nature. It makes them shimmer, makes them die. Do you live here in the hospital? Yeah, I do indeed. My family is a generous benefactor to East Hill. They had me committed, but I don't blame them. They are just incapable of appreciating my art or any art. For that matter, that they mistake it for insanity. What are you drawing here? I am not just drawing, my friend. I am trying to feel the light to translate its power to the surface of the paper. Those animals don't like it, though. They don't want me to succeed, so they take them away. They take my drawings, and they study them, and they laugh because my eyes can see the light, and theirs are blind. But someday, everyone will understand. Who are they, the ones who take your art away? Ha, those foolish caretakers. They hide behind a big mirror where they think themselves safe, and they look at me. They observe me. They even take notes. You have some curious drawings there right beside you. Oh, you mean these? They are the only art that makes any sense here. The doctors use them to cajole some patients into revealing secret inner truths. I won't return them to the doctors until they've returned the art they've stolen from me. Do you know a man named Alexander Dupre? The name does not ring a bell. I've not been here long, though. You should ask the other patients. They may be able to help you. Some have been here for many years. Or you could ask one of the others, the brutes who keep us here. Where are your drawings now? I suspect they're somewhere in the archives, since I've been seeing confiscated items taken there before. You seem different from the rest. Can I trust you? I've been trying to sneak in for days now, but Miss Riswell keeps a tight guard on the door. I even stole a key from one of those guards. You're a doctor. Surely you could gain entry. If you could recover my drawings, I would be so grateful. Here, take the key with you. I must go. Have a nice day. Nice! I got a key. Inmate quarters. That sounds like a prison. This must lead to a secure ward of the hospital. Well, when you say inmates, I personally assume, like... Oh, well, clicked off the screen. Whoopsies. Okay, let's get everything back set up. Okay, there we go. Okay, so when you say inmates, I kind of think prison. I don't know if that's just me, but that's the vibe that I get. Oh, it's dark and creepy. Good morning, madame. My name is Dr. Wakefield. I am a psychiatrist. Oh my, good morning. Forgive my manners. I get so excited when we have visitors. We don't get many these days, and certainly we are lacking experts like you. What do you mean you lack experts? Every year we get less funding from the Crown. First the doctors started to leave, then it was the caretakers. Now very few remain, but we have a responsibility to our poor patients, do we not? We must care for them. They cannot be out living with the proper people. We must keep ourselves safe, and our patients too, of course. I'm looking for a man who used to be a patient here a few years ago. His name is Alexander Dupre. Did you perchance ever meet him? Alexander Dupre, yes, there was one with a foreign name. I remember something of him. A good man, if I recall correctly. An educated man, but there was something strange about him, wasn't there? I believe it scared some of the other patients. You never know with this lot. I'm sorry that I can't remember much. There have been so many people here, it is hard to keep track. Have you worked here for long? It's a long time. I can scarcely remember how many years. Time goes slowly in here, and the isolation. The rules don't allow us to leave. I don't know what is happening in the world anymore. But we have our duty in it, do we not? Who else will care for our patients? May I request access to the Institute's archives? There should be some information there about the man I'm looking for, Mr. Dupre. I am sorry, Doctor, but the archives are private. We must not allow anyone to access them without the proper authority. Many of the patients' family you see, and we take great care to respect their privacy, but do not look so crestfallen. You would not find much in any case. It is a long time since they have been organized. Well, I'm going to break in. Gonna break into those. A bookshelf. These books are not volumes of psychiatry or medical science, but old serial novels for patients to read. A portrait of a severe-looking man, most probably the founder of the Institute. Okay, bookshelf, nothing important. A serene, bucolic landscape with gentle colors. Okay, those are both the same. I'm sorry, sir, but the archive is off limits. Well, you're going to have to disappear at some point, so... An oil picture portraying Dymphna, patron saint of the psychiatrist, but also of those who suffer neurological disorders and the victims of incest. She was killed by her own father, who chopped off her head after she refused to marry him when her mother died. Disturbing. Great. Always good. Okay, this must be the recreational wing where patients relax and pass the time. Perhaps I can find someone who met Mr. Alexander Dupre while he was institutionalized. Marble bust of Hygeia, a Greek goddess of physical and mental health. Stone bust keeps the patients silent company. A sunny beach lapped by the waves of a gentle sea. Cheerful pastoral scene, so all these pictures are happy. A man wearing a worn-out military uniform, lost in God knows what thoughts. Excuse me, sir. I could not help but notice your uniform. Were you in the army? Leave me alone. You do not want to talk to a coward such as myself. Sir, leave me alone. I'm just a coward. Sir. Okie dokie. You don't want to talk. The warm decorator, great deal of sensitivity to the patient's moral needs. Yeah. Okay. Variety of old-fashioned landscapes that portray nature as tame and welcoming. Okay. Good morning, madame. My name is Wakefield. I'm looking for a former patient of this institution. The Rumbling. Been living here for long. The Rumbling. Creepy. I'm looking for a former patient of this hospital. You may have met him. An eyeless gaze. Looking for a man called Alexander Dupre. Okay. Sure. What a strong reaction upon hearing Mr. Dupre's name. She must have at least met him. How can I get her to talk to me? Good morning, I'm a psychiatrist, Dr. Wakefield. Quite an impressive institution you have here. Can I ask for your assistance? I'm looking for a former patient of this institution. His name is Dupre. I am sorry, sir. I've never heard that name before. Maybe I could ask one of your senior colleagues something about this former patient. Well, you could ask Miss Riswell in the entrance hall. She's been here for years, maybe for too long. You know we caretakers live here with the patients, and we are not allowed to leave the asylum's premises. This life can get to you if you don't take proper care. I try to keep as much distance as possible from the lunatics. Asylum is quite big, but I can't help noticing there aren't many patients around. Well, apart from those in the isolation ward, it is true that there are not many patients at present. But there are even fewer of us caretakers now. We are only 3 for the whole hospital. From what I've been told in the old times, the income was enough to provide for everything we needed: a complete staff, proper accommodation for the patients, and the best doctors. But as the newer, bigger regional asylums were built, the Crown's support was gradually withdrawn from East Hill. Soon, everyone started leaving, and this is what remains. I'll leave you to your work. Great. So this place is... So since they're required to live here, and there's only 3 of them, they're all probably starting to go a little tiny bit loony. Glass jar full of a transparent liquid that may or may not be water. There's a coin resting at the bottom. So I'm just going to trust that that's water. And not like spit or acid. There's a thin piece of metal holding the window open. Can I have that? Oh, nice. Dark as the room is now, I can see through the false mirror. There is a man on the other side, heavily restrained, desperately trying to free himself. He has an expression of unbearable horror on his face. The window is closed abruptly. Tasty. Okay, well, I'm just gonna take this piece of metal, thank you. Hey lady, do you want a coin? Oh man, that actually worked? She would be very interested in this. Do you want a piece of metal? Do you want a key? What can I... Half a shilling. That is 6 pence. Hey, look at that. I got my 6 pence. Good. Okay. Let's go buy ourselves a newspaper. I can't fast travel. This sucks. Hey, you. Here, have a coin. Would like a newspaper. 6 pence, is it? Thank you. About the asylum. Yeah, about the asylum. Alright, you know, there are always voices coming from the place at night, crying, singing, and the inhabitants cursing like damn souls. That's the usual. This night was different. It was all silent, I tell you, not a single noise in the whole street. I looked at the madhouse and saw all the windows black, no lights. Everybody asleep in that place? Now that's strange. Then I heard it. It was a scream like no other I've ever heard. Not of a man or a woman, but of a devil from hell. It's very curious indeed. Thank you for telling me. Sure. Interesting. Alright. Sure. What can I do about this news? I understand what the newspaper's for. There's a lady who says that she doesn't know much about the outside world. So I half want to bet that if I go and give this to her, that's going to distract her for long enough that I can go into the archives. Why, thank you kindly. How thoughtful you are. My goodness, how quickly things change in the outside world. You're completely distracted now. That was easy. This is the hospital archive, where a record of each patient must be stored. If Mr. Dupre was really committed at East Hill, his file should be here somewhere. Has been a long time since this desk was last used. It is covered in discarded papers and pens and a noticeable layer of dust. Okay, nothing of interest. Alright. Drawers are all locked. Well, I've got something to remedy that. Or maybe I don't. Does it work on that? Because that looks like a lock. Hey, it does. Okay, good. Okay. This cabinet contains many documents detailing the treatment of patients ranging from 2 decades ago to last year. His file is right here. Dr. Dupre Alexandra, room 108A. All the files are missing. It's as if they were had been torn out. Only a little piece of paper remains with an address written on it. Paul Street 26. Could that be where Alexander Dupre lived before he was committed to this hospital, Paul Street? I should follow this new lead and see if it takes me somewhere useful. No, 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 no. I need to go back to there. Okay. Oh. Some personal effects probably sent in by the patient's families, but deemed unsafe by the caretakers. One of them is a stack of thick sheets of paper carelessly bound together, bearing the drawings and paintings of a troubled mind. Gonna take those. That should be all I need from in here. Do. Goodbye, thank you. It was nice knowing you. I'm just gonna go give these back to this guy, and we're just gonna continue on our way. Hey, Doug, here you go. Have your paintings back. Here, these are drawings. Great wonder. They're back. Someday they will understand light and shape as I understand them. Thank you, friend. If you want to take these cardboard sheets, thanks to you, I have no more need of them. Cards. A few filled with cardboard sheets, each one with a large symmetric patch of black ink in the middle. I have heard of this technique, but always thought it an eccentricity. Patients are supposed to see them in the deeper causes of their ailment. This is the first card. It looks like a butterfly. That looks like a bee. That looks like a beetle. Almost like insects. I would say this could be a face. That looks like yeah, that looks familiar. That looks like the masks that the other ones the people had. Okay, take my carriage back over to Paul Street. This looks familiar. This door is number 24. I'm looking for 26. Number 26. This is the place I was looking for, but the door is bricked up. I must find another way to get in. The window. It's so thoroughly cemented over that it almost mixes with the facade. This looks like a place that... ruins of an old chapel, apparently destroyed by fire. Mess of wooden planks and the remains of benches and chairs. This seems satanic. This music, though, an improvised altar covered in candles. This candle, I can light my way through the dark. Okay, good. I have a light source. Nifty. Oh, good. Oh, good. Good. Great. Oh, great. I get to go through a dark, scary hole in the wall. Oh. Oh, you. Following me with the low, rumbly... Oh, great. This must be the interior of the bricked-up building I saw on the street, Mr. Dupre's former residence. Oh, great. Thanks. Thank you. I cannot tell who was depicted in the portrait since it is so badly damaged. It seems someone crushed it into the floor. Oh, this looks special. There is something among the ashes. Oh, what is it? Pray tell. It's a piece of paper. It looks like some kind of message, but there's only one half here. The other paper has been carefully burnt. Oh, great. Piece of paper on the table. Can I have that? The paper shows some seemingly random letters. Seems as half of it is missing. Can I combine these? This is strange. I put both halves back together, but the letters seem to some letters seem to be missing from the right half. The message does not make any kind of sense. What's that? Military medal. There is a relief of Her Majesty and the Queen, and several pieces of metal engraved with the names and battles unknown to me. I'll take this with... I bet you I can give that to the military dude back in the asylum. One man in high-rank uniform. He's missing an arm. Okay. A few books remain. Most doubtful treatises in chemistry. Mostly doubtful treatises in chemistry and alchemy. Among the titles are Trithemius's De Lapide Philosophico, Geber's D'inventione Veritatis, the anonymous work Turba Philosophorum, and Ludwig Prinz Mysteries of the Worm. There's a safe here. Large metal safe. Looks like the safe is working. I should give it a try. Oh, man, I can actually attempt this? That's good. 9, okay. Did I? No, I can't. I don't know what the combination is, so... okay. I'm probably gonna shut the video down here, guys, because I'm out of time for this one. I'm gonna probably pick up this episode in the next one, and if it turns out that it's shorter than I'm thinking it is, then we'll just loop it into the next episode of this, or the next part to the game. So I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. There'll be a playlist down in the description. There's only going to be one video in it for now, just because it's the first one, but I'll link the other Last Door stuff down there as well, just in case you want to catch up on the story up to this point. And yeah, that'll just about do it. So I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.